Hi, Scott Anderson with Burnout Breakthrough. We talked yesterday about two of the biggest contributors, the self-inflicted gunshot wounds of burnout. And as I said yesterday, I was quick to add that there are certainly work environments that are predatory and toxic, and you should run away from them as soon as you can. But on the other hand, it's also true, I've seen in my own experience and the experience of our members, that burnout is often self-inflicted. And there are two main ways. The first, as I said yesterday, was being very high achievement oriented or kind of performance based, so that you sort of value yourself entirely in terms of achievement. And it can be a superpower until it isn't. And then it can become kryptonite, as we talked about yesterday, because we're telling our minds basically that we're only as good as our last achievement. And our mind is basically saying to us, well, what have you done for me lately? And so we have this brief moment of having achieved something, and then we have some period where we're not achieving anything, and where we can experience burnout and having our superpower turn to kryptonite. Another way that's really even more deadly is perfectionism. And yet these are the two qualities that I see most often in the folks in our program. And the problem with them is that they work so well often with propelling careers and achieve high achievement, and often helping us to overcome other mind trash that we might have. If we could just focus on two things, we often focus on high performance being the top of your group of salespeople, let's say, or the top in your industry or whatever, or the top in your own little scorecard. And the other is perfectionism. And perfectionism of the two is probably the more deadly, because you can achieve high things, but you can't be perfect. And high achievement as a yardstick for day-to-day behavior and fulfillment and satisfaction, again, is deadly. It can often turn from a superpower into kryptonite, because there will always be intervals where we're not achieving things. With perfectionism, it's really deadly, because we'll never, ever, ever be perfect. And the pursuit of, this is the deadly thing, the pursuit of perfection is often valued by our peers, by our bosses, by our communities, our competitive set, wherever we are. The pursuit of perfection can lead to really great results. But as we know, one will never be perfect. And so you'll never be satisfied. You'll never really get there. And so you get these momentary accolades that go with pushing yourself towards perfection. The problem with it is that you'll never be perfect. And unfortunately, when our mindset goes something like, I'll only be okay when I'm perfect, it's huge rocket fuel, and it can be a huge superpower in the short term. But in the long term, and by the time you get to burnout, you've reached this point, the rocket fuel is kind of driving your rocket into the ground, because your mind keeps saying, well, you're not perfect again, you're not perfect again, you're not perfect again, you're not perfect again. So the very fuel that drove you up can drive you right into the launch pad. If you've had any issues like this and want to find out how to get past them, check out burnoutbreakthrough.com. We offer almost daily tips and skills and hacks on how you can recover from burnout, and how you can get a lot of help and turn this all around. So thanks for listening. Appreciate your time. Have a great day.